98.1 FM and AM 1220.
Santa Clarita's hometown station, KHTS, is the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. Make sure you go to hometownstation.com for all the latest and greatest Santa Clarita has to offer. And speaking of the greatest Santa Clarita has to offer, a very special guest in studio. It's that time again. Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto joins us in studio. Dr. Jaimie, how are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you guys?
So, well, it's been busy.
Yes.
It's been busy. A lot of people concerned over the Goldmans being quarantined. And so we've had to answer. They're trying to be as transparent as possible. So it's been busy.
Sure.
With all of the questions. And I know one of the questions that I have for you, Dr. Jaimie from Cinema Vet. In case you don't know Dr. Jaimie, and how could you not, by the way, she's here every other Tuesday at 7:40 answering your questions and giving us information regarding our pets, our little furry loved ones. So one question, we all seem to not know enough about this coronavirus. There have been questions exactly how did it, the original story was bat soup.
Right.
Bat soup was the original. And now they're walking that back saying, maybe not. Mm-hmm. So we really don't know the exact origin. There are some tests to verify what it looks like. And, unfortunately, our own Carl Goldman has the virus now. And Jerry is being held in quarantine. She does not have it. What about our pets? Because there seems to be a little confusion of whether or not it is transmitted between pets to humans. Initial reports, like I said, bat soup, right?
Right.
So that would assume that it would go from some kind of...
Right. Well, from what I understand, and like you said, we don't know enough, the little bit of reading I've been doing, from what I understand is they did originally think that it came from some sort of live animal market in China.
Right.
And at those markets, there's all different kinds of animals there. So that would be really difficult to find out the source. Mm-hmm. We do know from other infectious diseases that, swine flu, avian,
right,
all of those things have stemmed from animals. So it's understandable that it would cause a lot of worry, concern, and even like panic. There's been reports that some communities in China are calling for pet owners to completely quarantine their dogs and cats just to be super safe.
Now, how do you quarantine them away from any other humans? Is that
Right.
what they're asking them to do?
Right.
Okay.
Make sure that they don't get out. And, there's a lot of strays too. So any animals running about, there's some small villages that say they're going to cull those animals if they're not, kept away. And that comes from fear because we don't know enough.
It's so much fear for not knowing. We don't know the information.
There is a dog, a canine coronavirus that's been around forever and ever, and that's not transmissible to people. We know that. But what this new one is, this human coronavirus, we don't really know enough. So just to be super safe, I do think it's a good idea that they're keeping pets quarantined or safe in the home and not letting them go and roam around the villages because we just don't know enough.
But how confusing is that? There's already a canine coronavirus?
But that's been forever. Like that's always, there's vaccines for it, and it's just like anything else, distemper, parvo, canine corona, all of those things that we've been vaccinating for forever. So that's not anything new. And that, again, is not anything that people can get.
I wonder under a microscope how close it looks to this, what are they calling it? CO something 19, right?
Yeah.
COVID, I think, 19.
Coronavirus, yeah.
Right.
I
wonder under a microscope if it even looks the same and if they can maybe start there in getting a vaccine. They are working very hard on getting a vaccine.
Well, you wonder because there are a lot of things that are very similar, right? So that would certainly be a place to start is looking at what makes up the canine vaccines. Are they comparable? Is there any kind of crossover that it would work for humans? That's where a lot of things start.
Has there been any talk in your office? Has anyone come in and asked questions about this?
Surprisingly, no. Mm-hmm. Which I think is nice because I was worried about, the fear and the panic and all of that. But no. So.
Sure. Okay, great. So the second topic, we're going to talk about that. Well, because I thought, let's just get that out and,
it's important,
out and
for
done.
sure.
Because, again, the Goldmans are trying to be as transparent as possible. So everyone's fears will be eliminated as to what's going on. Jerry's doing live Facebook posts several times a day just to keep us updated and whatnot. So dog parks.
Okay.
Dog parks... I see so many dog parks. 10 years ago, I saw a dog park. A dog park.
Right.
And you had to drive several miles to get to the one dog park. They are all over. They're all over our community. In New York City, they're almost every other block. It's crazy how this whole dog park thing. Now, I love that your dog can run around with other animals and stuff, but let's talk safety. Yes. How do you feel about a dog park, yay or nay?
It depends on the dog, honestly. So not every dog is going to be suited for a dog park. So you have to know your dog's personality. You have to know, are they good off leash? Are they good with other dogs? Are they good with other people? A lot of dog parks, like our own here, have it separated for a small dog side and a bigger dog side. So keeping those rules, I think, is a good idea, because even if your little dog thinks it's big, it might not be safe on the big dog side.
And they always do.
Of course.
What little dog have you ever met? My dog is a fairly small dog, and when all the big dogs would take their walk in the afternoon and she's by the front door, barks I'll take you. Come on.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
So I think that's good when they're separated for sure. And you have to, like I said, know your dog's personality. Are they going to be good off leash? And do they, understand normal social cues from other dogs so they don't get themselves in trouble? Some dogs just don't. They're clueless, and that's going to lead to a dog fight if they're not paying attention. Other safety to be aware of is, bring your own water source. Don't let them drink out of the communal water bowl. There is always a chance for, picking up a parasite or something like that, because you don't know who's been there.
Right.
So the contamination aspect is a little bit of a concern, but just be prepared.
Are we ever worried about fleas or ticks or anything like that?
But you can get those anywhere. You can get them anywhere in this valley from any kind of walking, hiking. So being on a flea and tick preventative is a really good idea, because I see that year round.
And that's an oral thing, correct? The flea and tick?
Oral or topical, whichever one you want.
What do you recommend? What
we carry that seems the most popular is called NexGard, and it's an oral little chew tablet that they would take once a month.
Once a month, and it's most popular, and it seems to work well.
Yeah, the dogs seem to like it. They take it easily, and it works well.
Oh, it's like a treat.
Yeah,
tastes like a treat.
Yeah, it's like a beef flavored treat, I think.
Favorite dog parks? Is there one around town that you maybe take your dogs to?
I don't have a favorite dog park, because my dog is one of those that would not do well.
Oh.
He's very particular on what types of dogs he likes, so he wouldn't do well there. He would be overwhelmed, so we don't go.
No dog park for Dr. Jaimie. Dr. Jaimie from Cinema Vet. What is a great phone number, or do we want to go to the website? Tell our listeners where you want them to go if, indeed, they're in search for a veterinarian or some service or any kinds of questions.
You can reach us at 661-253-9300, and our website is just cinemavet.com.
You're the best. Thank you, Dr. Jaimie.
Thank you.